Good afternoon, everybody. Tess Crawley here, clinical and forensic psychologist and director of Dr. Tess Crawley and associate psychology practice here in Tasmania. As you know, our head office is in Hobart. We have an office in Launceston as well, and we've got rural outreach around Tasmania and a lot more online. We've had a lot of online services going on for a while now, and of course now we've got access to some Medicare rebates to branch out a bit further with our online psychological services, which is very exciting. Today, now I'm really hoping my phone's not going to ring, so I've just realised that I've forgotten to do a couple of things. I've forgotten to put my earbuds in, so I hope the sound's okay. I've forgotten to put Do Not Disturb on my phone, so I hope nobody rings, and I've forgotten to take the phone off Wi-Fi, so I hope we don't drop out. So I'm a little bit off my game today. I have had a funny thing going on with my neck, which has left me a little bit uncomfortable this week, and I went to the doctors the other day and got some medication, not for my neck. As it turns out, I also had a temperature of 38.8 degrees. Hi Mel, just telling a little bit of a story here, which was completely surprising because I didn't go there feeling unwell. I just said, I've got this strange thing going on with the front of my neck. Can we check out what it is? Hi Anita, I thought you were at the gym. Anita, get back to your running. He took my temperature. I had a 38.8 degree temperature, so he's given me some antibiotics, which left me feeling quite unwell over the last few days, really sick. So he also took some blood to see what else might be going on with me while I was there. Hi Julie, how are you today? So all good. I didn't really expect anything. Then I got the phone call this morning. Doctor would like you to come in to discuss your blood test results. And I already had an appointment, a follow-up appointment booked for 1:30 this afternoon. And the minute I hung, isn't it funny how we do this and do this? I was on the mobile phone. There was none of that business going on at all. Anyway, the minute I hung up the phone, I realised, oh my goodness, do I need to go in urgently? Is it a crisis? Have I got some horrible illness? What's gone on? So all these little chatter monkeys started going on, and I've just realised I've also forgotten to share into the stigmarebellion, so just bear with me while I do that. So, my thinking's been affected, my normal sort of way of going about the world has been affected because I'm a little bit off my game today, so I'm sorry about that. So yes, all these chattering monkeys started having a go at me the minute I'd put the phone down. And I had to really work hard today from about 9:30 this morning until I finally went to the doctors to shut them up, basically. Bear with me, stigmarebellion. Sorry, guys. There we go, posting now. I'm sorry, stigma rebels. I've left a little bit late. I'm telling a story about having to go to the doctors. Just watch the story at the start. You have to go back to the beginning when I finished. So I found myself quite rattled, I guess, by having the phone call saying, come on in, we want to talk to you about your blood test results. And I had to engage some of the skills and strategies that I've talked to you about before. So telling those voices to quieten down, telling myself, reassuring myself that from a rational perspective, this is their standard procedure. This is what they do. The receptionists on the desk don't know what the results are, aren't allowed to tell you anyway, even if they did, and this is standard procedure. And I kept repeating this little mantra throughout the morning, and in the end I actually had to work quite hard to distract myself with other things. And it's not like me to get overly anxious about things that haven't happened yet. I'm a bit of a big believer, really. If it hasn't happened yet, I'm not going to worry about it. If it happens, I'll worry about it then. So you can tell when I'm not quite on my game because, I get rattled by things like that wouldn't normally leave me feeling anxious. So today I was feeling a little bit rattled. So what did I do? I kept myself busy. I found myself, I'd taken the day off work because I wasn't feeling 100%, and I found myself carrying a pile of books from one side of the room to the other side of the room, pretending that I was tidying and folding and refolding a towel and putting some cups in the dishwasher and then taking them out again and realising they weren't clean and putting them back in again. Silly busy work to keep myself distracted. And of course when I went to the doctor, he said, yeah, blood results are fine, but I just thought we'd talk about how you're a bit vitamin D deficient. Really? So, it's all okay. I'm not dying. But you see how silly it is? On a rational level, I knew that the phone call I got this morning was a standard procedure. I knew it as a fact. Now, if you've seen the video where I've told you before about the time I had a panic attack when I was pregnant, and I knew what was happening to me. I knew exactly what the symptoms were that I was experiencing. But because I was pregnant and I couldn't get my breath back under control, I couldn't use the normal strategies or the usual strategies to bring those symptoms back under control. And today, because I was a little bit unwell, I found it a real struggle to get those irrational thoughts under control and bring myself back in line. So whereas those thought challenging strategies are usually what I would use, they weren't going to work for me today. So sometimes distraction is a really valid tool. So if you're struggling with thoughts that are niggling at you all day long, in particular, so it might be that you've got an exam the next day, or you're going for a job interview, or you're about to ask someone to marry you, something that's, you know, an event that is about to come, that anticipatory anxiety. Oh, thank you, Julie, saying she's glad I'm okay. I'm glad I'm okay too. Hi, Kim, welcome aboard. So yes, if you've got an event and there's a little bit of anticipatory anxiety, whether it's going to the doctor, whether it's going to the dentist is another one. Sometimes using distraction can be a really, really valid tool for you to be able to get those chattering monkeys under control, because you can't concentrate on two things at exactly the same time. So whatever it is that works for you. For me, it was busy work because I was at home. If I'd been in the office today, I probably would have been a lot better off in terms of the worry around that phone call, because I would have been distracted. So sometimes when you're a bit anxious or a bit worried, being amongst other people is the best thing for you. So think about what works for you to really occupy your mind. Some people really love things like crossword puzzles and that sort of thing. Other people love their video games. Other people like to watch a funny movie. But whatever works for you is a valid tool. It's okay to escape those thoughts. It's okay to not have to engage them in battle. It's okay to just go and distract yourself with something else until the whole thing's over and done with. That's it from me. I am actually going to make a little announcement though. I was going to do that in two separate videos, but I think I'll just let you know. Today as one of my distraction, I actually woke up with this idea this morning and worked on it today as one of my little distraction exercises. I started another group, another closed group, because I realised with the announcement I made yesterday about the FB live sessions that are coming up, I've got one for professionals and I've got one for everybody. Hi Sam. I realised that my groups that I've got running for professionals, my supervisors group and my rural mental health group, leaves out all the other mental health clinicians that I'm really keen to engage with. So of course I have an interest in perinatal and infant mental health, and I have a real interest in supporting and mentoring from a clinical perspective mental health professionals from all fields, and they were all left out of those two other groups. So I have started another group called the Meeting Room. So if you're a mental health professional or a student of mental health and would like to join the Meeting Room, please do so. It's on Facebook, so you just ask to join. And I will be thus doing my professional live stream for professionals on Tuesday the 14th of November at 12 o'clock. Now 12 o'clock Tassie time, which is also 12 o'clock in Melbourne and Sydney, and not I'm just checking my little notes. It'll be 11 o'clock in Queensland time. Now, I've got the times for the other states as well, but I'm going to do a little visual that I can post onto the Facebook pages, so you've got that there as a reference. So I'll put all that down in writing, so you've got all of that. So that's a new group for everybody. So feel free to join in on the Meeting Room, and I will look forward to meeting you all there. And of course, don't forget that the FB live stream, these are both live Q&A sessions. So the second one will go straight into the Stigma Rebellion, and that is also on Tuesday the 14th of November. And that one is, so I'm looking at my notes, 1:30 Tassie time. Yeah, on Tuesday the 14th of November. So, like I said, I'll put a couple of little visuals with all the details into all of my little Facebook pages and groups, so you've got all the information there that you need. I hope you're all having a great Monday, whatever you're up to. Do let me know, and I look forward to talking to you all again tomorrow. Hopefully no more scary news from the GP. Thanks very much. Vitamin D deficient, honestly scared the pants off me. Anyway, have a great night, and I'll talk to you all again tomorrow. Bye bye for now.